continue lymphatic system. What is the lymphatic system? The lymphatic system is a collection of lymph vessels and glands. It has three main roles. The fluid balance. It's very important for the tissue fluid to be returned to the blood. Okay? Once the blood goes through the capillaries and exchange, some tissue fluids keeps in the tissues. So the lymphatic system will return this tissue fluid to the blood. Protection from infection, because the tissue fluid produce white blood cells, lymphocytes, and absorption of fat. As you remember, through the lactel, the fat is absorbed in the villi. Okay, tissue fluid is a fluid surrounding the cell of a tissue. It is leaked plasma. So it is a plasma from the blood which leaked from the blood. Plasma from the blood capillaries move to the tissue through the gaps in the walls and become tissue fluid. Okay, tissue fluid is very important in exchange between blood and cells. Why? Because it supplies oxygen. When it is outside the blood, the plasma, when it is outside the blood, it transfers the oxygen and nutrients and take away the waste products. Because usually we have to have a medium around cells that we can exchange from. So O2 and CO2 are exchanged by the tissue fluid. At the end of the capillary bed, the tissue fluid leaks back into the blood and becomes plasma again. But not all of it. A little is absorbed by the lymphatic system and becomes lymph. The lymphatic vessels take the lymph to the bloodstream by secreting them in vein near the heart. Okay, all the lymphatic fluid is gathered and secreted near the heart in a vein called subclavian vein. The lymph and the lymphatic vessels are moved along by the squeeze of muscles, like the veins. Remember when I told you about the veins? They have valves and they have big lumen, but we need to return them. There's no pump. Exactly the same for the lymph fluids. Okay, the return of tissue fluid to the blood in the form of lymph fluids prevent fluid build up in the tissue, which is edema. You have seen elderly patients when sometimes they have edema, swollen legs, sometimes because the lymphatic system is not working well.